My name is Alicia. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about expressions to use for talking about music and musicians. Let's get started. On this side of the board, I have a list of some patterns that you can use for positive opinions and just sharing your positive statements. Let's begin with talking about your favorites. So, a way to express your favorite band or your favorite musician, your favorite artist, whatever, is this pattern. Musician is my favorite. I also have are here. We use is for a single person here, like Beyonce or Lady Gaga. But if your musician or band is a plural noun. So, for example, the Rolling Stones, that ends in an S here, this is a plural noun, we need to use are. So this follows the same rules of grammar as English. So yes, even though it's a musician or like it's a band name, we still need to follow the rules of grammar, the grammar rules here. So is and are, these need to match your subject. So, Lady Gaga is my favorite is correct. So this is one person, one individual. The title is also one person. Here, however, the Rolling Stones are my favorite. The Rolling Stones are my favorite. So you can think of this as like the plural form. Yes, it's one group, but we say the Rolling Stones are my favorite. The Rolling Stones is my favorite band is okay, because is my favorite band. Band is at the end of that sentence. So the Rolling Stones is my favorite band. That's okay because band there is singular. The Rolling Stones are my favorite though. So we can imagine like the members of the Rolling Stones too, if that's helpful for you. So please be careful. Make sure your subject matches your verb here. So single person, one name, is a group of people, plural form, are. Okay, so let's continue to the next pattern, which is also very simple. I like musician or band, or I love musician or band. The difference here is just your level. Like is maybe here, love is here. So I love Beyonce, or I love Lady Gaga. I love the Rolling Stones. You can use whatever you prefer here. You don't need to worry about singular or plurals with this pattern. Very simply, I like or I love plus your artist name or your band name. You can also use this pattern, like or love, with a genre, So a genre for music is a category or a type, and that means for music, it's like pop or rock music, classical music, rap, country, and so on. Those are categories of music. So you can use this pattern to explain your favorite category, your favorite genre of music. For example, I like rock, or I love pop music, or I like classical, or I like rap. So you can use like or love to talk about your favorite artists or to talk about your favorite genre. Genre is the pronunciation of this word. Okay, so let's move on then to a sample conversation talking about a musician or a band's new work. For example, have you heard musician's new song or new track? We use these two words in the same way to refer to one song or one track. One track is also okay. Single or album, these are a little bit different. A single is one song, a single song that is released alone, usually before a full album. It's like one song, like the highlight song from the album. We call that the single or a single. An album is a collection of songs, so like maybe 10 songs or 12 songs from that artist on one CD or in one release. So, have you heard musician's new song? Have you heard musician's new track? Let's use Beyonce here, it's easy. Have you heard Beyonce's new song? To reply to this, you can say yes or no, because this is a have you heard, meaning before this conversation, at any point in the past, do you have the experience of hearing Beyonce's new song? So, yeah, I love it. You don't have to say, yes, I have, I love it. That's kind of unnatural. Just say, yeah, or yes, I love it. Or, yeah, I like it. Or, yeah, I really like it. Or, yeah, I've heard it so many times, maybe in the radio or in stores, or rather, sorry, on the radio or in stores when you're shopping, for example. Yeah, I've heard it so many times. If you've heard this song and you're sort of tired of it, you can use this expression, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Like, yeah, I've heard it so many times. I'm sick of it. If it's a new song like that's super popular, you might feel this way. Or, yeah, it's okay. So that's very neutral. It's like, I don't like it, but I don't hate it either. Yeah, it's okay. Or, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. Or just no as well. So have you heard Beyoncé's new song? No, I haven't. But I hear it's good. I hear it's good. So using present tense here means right now, maybe I've heard in the past from many different people it's good. So we use present tense to mean at this point in time, it's common for me to hear from many different people that this song is good. You can use I heard it's good to mean, like, for example, one report, according to one report, it was a good song. It's up to you. Both hear and heard are correct here. So you can use this for a song or for an album. Have you heard Beyoncé's new album? No, I haven't yet. I heard it's good though. So that's a very natural conversation. Have you heard Beyoncé's new album? Yeah, I love it. Or have you heard Beyoncé's new album? Yeah, it's okay. So there are many different responses you can use, and you can change these words at the end of these patterns to more accurately reflect your feelings. So yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's pretty good. Those are all perfectly natural responses. Okay, let's move on then to a pattern you can use to talk positively and excitedly about concerts. So please keep in mind in English we use the word concert. We do not say live. We do not specifically say like live performance when we're talking about a concert. I'll show one example where we do use the word live in just a moment. But to talk about going to see a concert, we use a pattern like this. I'm going to the musician concert. I'm going to the musician concert. So why do we use the here? Because this the connects to the verb concert. So there's maybe only one concert by this musician in your city. So we use the before this to mean that one concert. There's only one. So I'm going to that one that many people know about. For example, here. I'm going to the Justin Timberlake concert. So the concert, there's only one. I'm going to the Justin Timberlake concert that's happening tonight. So we use the before Justin Timberlake, yes, because the actually connects to concert here. So I'm going to the Justin Timberlake concert. Some other patterns you may hear are I'm going to see Justin Timberlake's concert is also okay. I'm going to see Justin Timberlake's concert, or just I'm going to see Justin Timberlake tonight. And we understand that it's a concert because probably we don't meet these famous people in our everyday lives for most people. So generally you'll hear a pattern like this one. Then after the concert, you can talk about the performance with something like this. Musician was amazing, or band was amazing. This is using past tense. So for example, if you go to a Justin Timberlake concert, you might say Justin Timberlake was amazing. So was amazing refers to the concert you saw, maybe last night or a few hours ago. Justin Timberlake was amazing. Please keep in mind for a pattern like this, we need to follow the same rule I mentioned at the beginning of this lesson about this subject and verb agreement. So was, this is great for a single person like Lady Gaga or Justin Timberlake. If, however, it's a group like the Rolling Stones, again, the Rolling Stones were amazing. The Rolling Stones were amazing. So make sure if you have a plural noun, as in the Rolling Stones here, the Rolling Stones were amazing. If you want to talk generally about an artist's performances, maybe not a specific performance, but generally, you can use a pattern like this. You'll notice here I'm using present tense. For example, Justin Timberlake is amazing live. Justin Timberlake is amazing live. This is one situation where we use the word live to talk about performances, which means Justin Timberlake's live performances are amazing. This is another way we say that. Justin Timberlake is amazing live, or Lady Gaga is amazing live. We use is present tense to mean regularly. Her performances or his performances are always very good. So we use present tense to describe that. Lady Gaga is amazing live. So instead of just Lady Gaga is amazing, which means I really like her music, you can specifically say live to refer to those concerts, to refer to live performances. Okay. Let's move on then to a couple expressions you can use to maybe make some negative statements about music. How to talk about the things you don't like very much or that you don't listen to. For example, I don't really like or I don't really listen to. This is a bit different. So I've included really because it's sort of a softener. You can say, I don't like musician or I don't like that band. You can use that. Really softens things a little bit. It's not quite so direct. So here my verb is like. I don't really like Justin Timberlake. I don't really like Lady Gaga. That's how a native speaker would say it. Instead of I don't really like, it sounds like I don't really like. I don't really like Lady Gaga. Or I don't really like the Rolling Stones. If you want to be more specific though and say you don't really listen to that band or that musician, you can do that. So maybe they're okay, but you don't really listen to, which means you don't often listen to. Often, using often here would sound a little too polite. We tend to use really in cases like these, in casual conversations. So I don't really listen to Lady Gaga, or I don't really listen to Justin Timberlake. He seems okay, but I don't really listen to him. You can use listen to be more specific. Like maybe he's okay, maybe it's okay, but you don't listen to it very much. That's a good pattern. I don't really listen to Lady Gaga. You can also use a genre here, as we talked about earlier in this lesson, pop, rock, classical, and so on. I don't really listen to rock. I don't really listen to hip hop. You can use that as well. Here are a couple of patterns that you can think about to kind of make some more specific statements about your opinions. For example, I don't really like pop music, so I don't listen to Lady Gaga. At native speed, this would sound like, I don't really like pop music, so I don't listen to Lady Gaga. So here we're connecting these ideas with so. Idea 1, I don't really like pop music. Idea 2, I don't listen to Lady Gaga. We've connected it with so to show a relationship between these two. One more example. I don't really listen to rock, but I like the Foo Fighters. So the Foo Fighters is a rock band. But here, the speaker says, I don't really listen to rock. So maybe they want to be specific. There's this one group, this one band, that's pretty good, that's okay. So at native speed, this would sound like, I don't really listen to rock, but I like the Foo Fighters. So if you want to show like kind of a contrast, you can use but to connect your ideas. I don't really listen to rock, but I like the Foo Fighters. Another thing to be careful of is this one that I've marked here. The expression I hate is quite strong, so I would not recommend using it too much in conversation unless it's like a very casual conversation and you feel comfortable being very direct with the person you're speaking to. For example, I hate country or I hate rap. These are genres. I've used a genre here. I hate country or I hate rap. That's very aggressive for some people. So please use this expression very carefully. If you're not sure, use something like this. Nah, I don't really like country or I don't really like rap. So instead of using I hate is quite strong in any situation. So please be careful about this. So these are a few expressions that you can use to talk about music and musicians that you like and dislike. I hope that it was helpful for you. Thanks very much for watching this lesson, and I will see you again.